Welcome to a GameEye2D tutorial. For this first video, we're going to be setting up the basics. We have a little platformer already set up here to save some time. So, let's get started. Select your camera in your scene, go to Component, GameEye2D, and let's add behavior. There are several to choose from, but for this first video, we're just going to add a fixed follow behavior, which just has the player directly in the center of the screen. So we'll add that in. The extension and the behavior are both added. If we turn Draw Debug on, you'll see that there's this green box. What this green box is where the camera thinks that the action is in the scene. It doesn't currently follow the player though, because it doesn't know that the player exists. So how we change this is we select the player, we go to Component, GameEye2D, Focus 2D, and we can select a focus. There are several to choose from. That goes from everything from mouse cursor to leading the player. But for today, we're just going to have a transform. It's going to be centered directly on the player. We can set a little bit of an offset, and you see that if I turn Draw Debug on, I can move the offset around, but we don't really need that today. So I'm going to select the player and drag it into the camera. Once it enters the focus list, it immediately has the green box centered around it, and if I hit play, it will follow the camera around. Well, the camera will follow the player around. But we still have a problem, you see, is that the camera can actually just look outside of the level. So what I'm going to do is if I scroll out, you'll see that the camera limits are currently huge. I'm just going to set up some camera limits for you. I'm quite familiar with this scene. So now if I hit play, it no longer looks outside the level. And there you are. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we're going to be doing some smooth movement where the camera is going to be leading towards where the player is moving.